Hi, Mary Kennedy here. I wanted to show you how I set up my this or that for linear equations and word problems. And really, the content is not so important. What's more important is I guess, the layout of how the this or that works, and whether you're, thinking about purchasing it for your own use, or if you're thinking about trying to make one yourself. I'll try to show you some things that hopefully will help you understand it better. This is the PDF that you get when you purchase it. So just a cover page and a welcome from me, table of contents, and terms of use. And then you get into the actual link itself to the this or that activity. And so, of course, you log into your Google account and then you click on the link and it'll say make a copy. So I can show you that here. It'll just say, do you want to make a copy? That means that you will have your own copy of the original that you can make, whatever changes you want. It's your own. You can save it however you want to, all those kinds of things. So you would just click make a copy, and then it would open up and look like this. I have a note about grading because the way that it's set up, you'll see in just a minute, but there are 60 questions total, or 60 problems in this particular one. Some of them have fewer and could have more, but this one has 60. But because you're picking this or that, the kids are actually only doing half of them. So they would complete 30 problems. And so, when you get your score, you just have to interpret it and understand. And I've got it all listed out here, that 30 out of 60 is actually 100%. If they get all 30 right, that's the 30 out of the 30 they completed. The Google form just doesn't understand, that they were only supposed to complete half the questions. And so I just have a note about that. So if you're thinking about using mine, just know it's already set up for you. I've got the conversion in there for you, even though we're probably both math teachers. But, that way it's less thinking, one less thing for you to have to do in the classroom. You don't have to change anything in the settings for this to work, but, you can. And so I just kind of walk you through that in this PDF that you get when you purchase it. And just kind of shows you things that you can change, things that you can't change, to make the functionality still work and everything. So if you are in person and want kids to show their work and that kind of thing, I have this available for you just to print out and use. And then I have an answer key, and this is all of the questions. So this is all 60. There's question 1A, question 1B. I do have it blurred because, I'm showing all of the answers, and we know kids are savvy, and so I don't want them to get them all. So I'm just going to scroll this way. This is a lot, but it's all there for you. So it's all already laid out. It's even in here where you could really copy and paste it if you wanted to use these questions in another form, if you wanted to use them on a quiz or test or something like that. So hopefully that's super helpful. And okay, so this is a Google form. So this is section 1 of 30. So it is pretty involved. The first part is just an image that I created and uploaded. So in this, I clicked on this little image icon. If you're just making it for yourself, you could obviously pick, you could probably find some Google images already ready. I made mine on Canva. I love Canva. And so I use Canva Pro. The labeling here, if they choose A, they go to section 2. If they go to B, if they choose B, they go to section 3. And so that takes them to question 1A or 1B. And so if you were setting it up, you'd want to do that. Let's see. I have chosen go to section based on answer. So that's kind of how you set that up. If you're buying mine, you don't have to do any of this. Once I preview it, that's where you want to kind of skip to. But if you're trying to make it yourself, then this is the kind of thing you're looking for. After section 1, continue to next section, because it's going to go to the sections based on their answers. So question A, it gives the situation here. Whoops, There we go. So in this little, this is a title and description is what this little part right here is. So that's the section. Here's the first question with answer choices. You can have as many or as few as you want. I've set it up as multiple choice, and I have it to shuffle the question order, and then let me click up here and click off of that. Then for this, I have 3 questions. So I just kept hitting this little plus sign that says add question in the same section. So I wanted these 3 questions to all be based on this idea. And so that's how I set it up. But I've also done them where I just had 1 question for each, like 1A had 1 question, 1B had 1 question. And so let me show you. After section 2, it says go to section 4. And so that way it skips section 3. So they don't see A and B. They only see the questions that they chose. So if they chose A, they see those. If they chose B, they go straight to 1B. And you'll see it's primarily the same question. I really, really wanted to make this a very evenly distributed. I don't know, that's not really the best way to say it. But, I didn't want some kids to not ever get questions about the slope or what the slope meant or what the y-intercept meant or something like that. And I don't even use that terminology in here. I'm asking, really, do you understand what that slope means, what that y-intercept means, things like that. But regardless of the content, for this particular one, I'm just saying that I pretty much just changed the numbers. And so it's virtually the same questions, whether they choose A or B. It gives them a little bit of, a little fun element to do the this or that part, and then customizes it based on that, sort of a choose your own adventure story, if you will. But essentially the questions are assessing the same ideas. So, if you see that people are missing the first question, you can roughly feel like, okay, they were all struggling with this idea, so that you can use the data a little bit better. Okay, so then after section 3, it also says go to section 4. So after section 2, that's 1A, it says go to section 4. After section 3, which is 1B, it says go to section 4. And I do set up all these sections. I try to do that before I even start and plugging in pictures and questions and things like that. So section 4 is the second this or that picture. So they choose A or B, and based on that, again, it goes to section 5 or 6, depending on what they chose. 5 is question 2A. So if they picked A, they go to 2A, right? And then 6 is question 2B. And notice at the end of section 5, it's got go to section 7. And at the end of section 6, it's got go to section 7 also, because they all need to go to the third this or that. So that's the way that the setup works. It just repeats for however many that you want. Let me go down the page. And yeah, so when they get to the last question, 10, and they choose A or B, and it works the same way. At the end of 10A, they get a submit form. And then if they choose 10B, it's automatically going to submit. So there's no, you don't have to even put that in there, which is kind of interesting. Okay, let me show you settings real quick. For general, like I don't have it set up for any limitations there or on presentation. I do have it make a quiz. I have each one set to 1 point. Of course, you can change the point values in every question. I have it to release the grade immediately, and they can even see missed questions and correct answers. Now, in my classroom, I may very well not want that. I may very well want them to see it later after everybody's had a chance to work it out. You think about people trying to cheat, stuff like that. Unfortunately, that's one of the things you think about. But, you can you can change that completely. So whether you're buying mine or making your own, all of these things can be customized completely. Okay, so I'm going to click on the little eye preview here and let you see. So this is what it looks like when the students see it. And so they can choose this or that. Let's say they choose B and they click next. And now suddenly they're at question 1B. Yeah. It skipped over 1A because they didn't choose A. So they're doing B. They see the question. It's sort of in bold here. And then they've got the individual questions. And I'm just clicking the first thing. And so let's say, oh, well, I like B here again. So they can choose B again. It doesn't matter which one they choose. It takes me to 2B. And so I've got questions here. And I go to next. And let's say that they're like, oh, yeah, I definitely relate to cat A. I don't know, whatever. For whatever reason, they pick A. And so it just takes them through. So you'll see that I have a lot of answer choices. I don't just do 4. I mean, these are high school students. I don't want it to be completely obvious. I want it to be a little more challenging. Depending on your classroom, you may very well want to, modify that and that sort of thing. So let me go back here and just show you. So in this one, you can X out any of these answer choices if you buy mine. You don't have to have all of them in here. So it's definitely something that you can customize. As long as you don't take out the right answer, you should be good. All right. So I'm going to be quiet and run through these and kind of show you what it looks like at the end. Oops, I didn't answer that one. Okay, so it showed that I could submit my answers on 10B, so 10A or 10B, it'll say submit. And then because I have it, remember on the settings, because I have it set up to be able to see your answers immediately, I can click on view accuracy and it will just show me like right away, whether I got it right or wrong. And I'm not going to show the right answer. I'm going to try not to anyway here, but just know as you scroll through, remember I was just clicking just whatever randomly. So I missed the first one. And so it will show me what the correct answer was and what my answer was. So, if it's right, it'll say that. You can kind of see, how they did and that sort of thing. All right. That's this or that. That's how it works. I hope that you learned something from it, and I hope it helped you to decide if this would work for your classroom. If you put one together, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know. Thanks. Bye.